From Wish TV, your local news source, this is breaking news.
It appears someone has broken into and vandalized the Statehouse. ITMH Richard Essex joins us live there right now. Richard, do we know what happened?
Well, we're starting to get a better idea of what happened, but someone broke into this building over the weekend, and the question we have is how did they get into this building in the first place? Now, Indiana State Police have told us that they have a couple of juveniles that they suspect got into the building. They did catch them, and they've turned them over to their parents. Now, most of the damage from what we have seen appears to be in and around the House chamber. Flags were knocked over, papers thrown around, and it appears as if someone took some white paint or some white out and wrote on some of the computer desks and on some of the desks in the chambers. There is one large monitor behind the House Speaker's podium that was broken, and then down in the rotunda, glass has been broken. It appears as if someone took a bench and threw it over the railing, and it landed down in the rotunda, and it smashed into a million pieces. Now, Indiana State Police Public Information Officer Ron Galavitz, you are doing all the information on this. Tell us what you guys know so far.
So what we know, Richard, is last evening at about 4 o'clock, the Indiana State Capitol Police received a report that there were multiple juveniles inside of the building. So when the officers arrived, they found and actually gave chase after four juveniles. They ran outside the building and were eventually caught down near the canal. Now, looking at 3 juvenile females and a juvenile male, ages 13 and 14, they were detained, identified, spoken to, and, like you said, ultimately released to their parents.
Now, the one question that I have, and I've had family that have worked in this building for years, how did somebody get into this building on a Sunday afternoon and do all of this damage and not have been noticed right away?
You know, and that's a really good question. That's a question that we're working with the Capitol Police, IDOA, and here at the Statehouse to try to determine so that we can make those corrections so this doesn't happen again.
Now, is there surveillance video in this building all the time?
I think at the entrances for sure, but again, we're still working again with IDOA to try to determine what is and is not available to us.
Yeah, now, one question I have not been able to get answered today, is this building under surveillance 24 hours a day? Is there somebody from Capitol Police or the security company here all the time?
There is somebody here all the time. Generally, we have at least state Capitol Police officers that patrol this area or are able to get here within a moment's notice.
Now, have these juveniles been charged? Are you going to charge them, or are you still waiting?
So what we're going to do, we're going to complete our investigation and turn that paperwork over to the proper authorities in the juvenile system to determine what the next steps are.
Okay. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate it. Now, I did want to give everybody a good look at that monitor that's behind the Speaker's desk, behind the podium. It's a giant monitor where you see all the votes are taken, and it appears as if something hit it right square in the middle of that monitor, and we know that staff has been here trying to clean things up, and they have been taking some of the obscene graffiti, and they've been erasing that, but it's going to be a while before things get cleaned up here. We'll be working on this story throughout the rest of the day. We'll have more on this on Wish TV at 5 o'clock. In the Statehouse, Richard Essex, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.